Hello everyone's being inside 99 aka No Brainer, game number 7, well round 6 for you guys. Up against Norman. Hey Norman, you're playing Han Akbar. Are you copying Crimson's deck by any chance? Because he was playing it earlier today, I'm just saying.
Not Crimson.
Yeah, very original deck. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Akbar is kind of becoming an archetype, but I'm liking this idea of going. It was something I suggested, or I wanted to try out, and then it's of going with a yellow splash, but I'm having fun with it now. It's cool.
Interesting. The other Akbar player was running Mean Streets and was terrifying with it.
Yeah.
You're not, so that's interesting to me. I'm playing a deck that I've not played before, even though this is best of one. So we'll see how this works out.
All right.
Because this is where I like to experiment.
Yay!
So Chewbacca has Guardian. It's incredible because Envies is a scoundrel. It's not like this parent hasn't existed for a very long time.
Yeah, but this is pretty cool. I like it already.
But there's some stuff for it now. All right, so I just don't need Fury near miss round one. Round one, this guy ain't gonna do anything to me. This guy's gonna do stuff starting from round 2. So round 1, I can just go as greedy as I can, and I hit reversal and rain pie, which is kind of awkward. Reverse is gonna go
start.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna win the battlefield here.
Nah.
I won the battlefield roll. I'm gonna go ahead and take yours so that I just get some shields.
Okay. Yeah. That makes good sense.
All right, good luck. Have fun, Mr. Best of One Akbar player. One of the best cards already.
Yay! I love hustling.
Merchant.
Hustling. It's all I do.
So yeah, this is Chewbacca Envies, and I'm basically running with Envies. I'm running the Double Den of Thieves, and we're just gonna see how that works out. Oh my God, Han Solo already with the damage.
Fire!
Merchant Freya's gonna tap me a resource.
Okay.
So if I kill Han quick enough, then he can't spot yellow. But Akbar is the guy I want to kill eventually, so this kind of makes things awkward. I'm gonna roll out an Envies here.
Yeah.
And hope to hit a resource. I don't hit any resources, so that's awkward.
Imposing figure.
Alright, you do have the most health.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll out a Chewbacca. I just really want a resource to get this entourage engine going. It was great in the late game, but not so great right now. Alright, plays Veteran War without any money, so that's cool. So I'm just gonna discard. I'm just gonna re-roll. Just casual re-roll of the whole thing. Alright, don't hit much.
Having no trouble clicking things.
I'll take the money.
Discard 2.
Damn it, you hit the entourage. The entourage. I just wanted 3 resources for this entourage, It's gonna go great. Whatever. I'll pay 3 for a Chewbacca's instead.
Oh. Snap.
I've hit damage. And
you can resolve it.
Oh yeah, because it's on Chewbacca! Oh my God! 2 damage for Akbar. Oh my God! This the synergy here!
Imagine that.
So the question is, do I want to do 2 damage or take and heal 1? Probably do 2 more damage, let's be honest. I just need to kill him before these X-Wings start coming. Thing is, if he shoots Chewbacca, then Chewbacca gets stronger.
To just go after Chewie, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Look, you've already got rid of one of my entourages, which is a big deal.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Okay. I could just heal, but...
Heal? Oh.
It's a 2 swing if I heal, or I hit you for 2 and you heal, and so I do a total of 1, really. But I mean, then that lets you re-roll this for some money, and money's very good for you, so I'm going to shoot you for 1. And then I'm probably just going to heal after that, if he goes for a re-roll. Okay.
Let's claim here.
I'll shoot you for the other then.
Yep.
Bad rolls, Emphys. Bad rolls. I'll be honest with you, man. Was not very effective, all of you. Hey, here's the Nether Thieves. And here's the Syndicate Electro Staff. So Syndicate Electro Staff is really good on Emphys because Emphys' dice cost stuff.
Discard or not.
And it's also pretty good on Chewbacca with the Blaster because stuff also costs stuff.
Question. Let's not discard.
And I get to do this, Let's Make a Deal, which is huge. He rolls in damage everywhere.
Whoa. Did you hear that?
Did I hear what?
There was a big bang upstairs.
You could have drawn a 6th card.
Oh,
You should draw a 6th card. Go ahead and draw a 6th card.
6th card. Right, yeah. It's not a May.
Yeah. Alright, I am going to...
I've so rarely had my own battlefield.
Roll out the Chewbacca, I think. Well, no, I'm going to roll out Emphys. Emphys, you're really not rolling very well here, buddy.
Lady, listen.
Lady,
sorry. You gotta have more than that.
I don't know. I don't know Emphys as a character. And weren't in the movies, I don't think.
Yeah. I like that movie. What do you mean?
What movie?
What? Solo.
I've never seen it.
Oh, well. That's your problem.
Yeah, I just wasn't in the movies that I saw.
Right. Okay.
It's her fault.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna roll in Han here. Yeah.
Ooh, Han with the money coming through.
Money.
Merchant Freighter.
Yep. And I will take that money and run.
Syndicate Electro Staff.
Uh-oh. That's bad news.
Boom. Now Chewie doesn't have to pay for his 4-for-1 on his blaster.
Sick. That's some sick stuff, man.
And you know, he also doesn't have to pay the 2 melee, which he doesn't have to pay anyway because Emphys is a thing, but you know. Yeah. This usually goes on Emphys, but you already dealt 2 damage to Emphys and 1 to Chewbacca, so I can afford to put 6 resources on Chewbacca, right?
Why not?
This is fine.
This is fine. Okay. I feel like I need to do this. So we're gonna play Veteran of War.
Such a powerful card.
It's so ridiculous.
They really should have either not given it the... I feel like they should either not given it the heal or only have had 1 special on that thing. Like, do a double focus and 1 special.
Maybe heal 1 instead of 2.
Yes, that is what I expected of my dice.
Classic Chewie there.
What I expected of my dice right here. Yes.
Oh my. Okay, let's...
Okay, at least you don't remove them all instantly. Discard, I'm just going to reroll the whole friggin' lot. Yes! Keep this going.
That's frustrating. Oh man. This is pretty wild. Okay.
You don't have to do anything to my dice right now.
I'm kind of feeling like I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Yeah. I guess
this is where he just double focuses to the discard and the thing.
Focus into a special. Whoops, that's a special.
Yeah. I mean, that just seems smart to do.
Maybe.
But maybe my dice just don't roll anything ever.
Okay.
This Chewbacca's blaster is supposed to do things.
So let's play. Let's play a sail.
Mm-hmm.
since I'm piloting the X-Wing. We'll remove the Syndicate staff there.
Yep.
And then let's resolve specials.
Uh-huh.
And we'll get rid of that. And resolve that for 2 resources.
I'm taking the money.
I'll take 1 more money.
Gonna discard and reroll 3 more dice because these are very powerful dice, and I'm just not rolling. This Chewbacca's blaster rifle.
Chewie's blaster is like the card has like karma set out against me as well. Like I don't like it never rolls for me either. It only wants to see like a discard side and a blank.
My God.
Let's Padme ship.
I guess I'm just gonna discard and reroll all of it again because, oh my God.
I think you need dice rulers. Here, have one.
Oh my God. What is this? And you get that.
I'm
Money.
money.
Shield.
This is like pay 1 for
Pay 1 for 1.
I'm just gonna claim and
Alright. Well, I was off. This deck is supposed to be very aggressive and do a lot of damage very quickly. I've rolled nothing but 1 melees on empties. And this Chewbacca is oh my God. Let me draw 5 more cards because I've been re-rolling like crazy.
Yep. So Den of Thieves.
That's one of my villain cards. Den of Thieves, double
like
pirate
that.
party, but I've already lost both the raiding parties and the entourage, so there goes that plan.
There goes that plan. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, and I need 1 more card. What am I doing?
Of course.
Of course. Let's see. Let's begin with a.
Yeah, swings are getting
Rogue
strong.
2.
Okay. I'm gonna roll in Chewbacca, and it's gonna go well. Hey, I got a gun!
We got a gun!
We got a gun!
I'm gonna headstrong though.
This gun and what else?
And let's hit the money.
Okay. You got rid of my gun.
I got rid of the gun. The moment it does something for you.
I'm gonna merchant freight. Maximal merchant freighter value obtained.
Oh my gosh. Hey, small victories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such powerful dice I put on the board, and it's this is the result.
Pew. And I forgot last time, but when I get
Enfys Electro Ripper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Electro Ripper. Let's go with.
Seriously, you're sitting there at full health and then some, just building up an X-Wing army, and I've got all the. This is powerful board. This is a very powerful board I have.
Yeah, it is.
But no, nothing here at all. Well, I'm gonna put down another Den of Thieves before it gets discarded.
Oh.
Den of Thieves is a good card until X-Wings start rolling in for 6 at a time.
That is so true. That is so true. Let's discard 1.
There goes the Horn Blaster.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should use the dice roller.
I offered. All right, let's go with activating.
Akbar is double Veteran of War, which is just the way you win a game is just with double Veteran of War. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Fury that Veteran of War die.
The special, I presume.
Yeah.
No, the resource.
Like, that is just how you win the game.
Pretty much. It's crazy.
I've just got 5 dice out here doing absolutely nothing.
Well, I have one more discard. I just discard you now, but I don't. Let's activate X-Wing.
Alright, discard my last card, and I'm going to use the dice rule this time.
See?
Better!
See?
Better! Better, better, better.
Better. You can, oh, man.
I would have loved to have got those resources, you know, at some point earlier this game. But
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 4 damage at the end of the day, but...
That's true. Let's go with... I feel good about that? I don't know. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go to...
And he's shielding up more than I'm doing damage.
And then we get to reroll a dice.
And you have as many
Fuck
shields as I have
red.
damage.
Yeah. Let's get...
Oh,
Okay,
fuck.
perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm going to resolve 4 melee at Akbar.
Okay. There. 1 on shield, 3
Yep.
health.
I finally dealt damage, guys.
It worked. The plan is working.
It's all coming together. This was supposed to go pop off by turn 2. It's turn 3 and I ain't done anything.
Let's go. Let's dump our field medic.
Got my Den of Thieves here, but it ain't doing anything for me. All of its support cards are already gone in the bin. Like this is what I have. This is my big strength play, is to have the Syndicate Electro Staff and the Chewbacca's rifles. Fantastic. Alright. We're special in getting 4 money.
Oh yeah, baby.
It helps me pay for these Chewbacca rifles and these entourages that I don't have anymore.
Let's use the special to remove your die here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this die that will resolve at +1 will be the 3 focus, I guess. Is
Okay.
that right? Yeah, let's do that. 3 focus, and then that'll be a that, and that. Yeah.
I claim the battlefield.
Okay. Who you healing?
I healed Emphies.
Oh, okay. There we go then. All right, we'll take 2 shields for Akbar. Gain a resource with that.
Okay.
And yeah.
Where's this damage going?
And the 6 will go to Enfys.
And 2's going on to the Den of Thieves.
That makes sense.
All
Can't
right.
take one. Can't use that special to deny your merchant freighter there.
Nope.
Okay, let's see. And we'll get another X-wing here.
All right, that's pretty good.
And draw 2, not 3.
Pyrosol's great. All right.
Aye, aye.
All right. We're gonna drop down the Vibro Sword for 3. I have big upgrades, and I'm gonna use them.
Here we go. All right.
I'm probably just gonna headstrong the 2
Let's do
veterans.
that with Padme ship. Actually, you know what? We won't do that. We'll do Padme ship. That seems cool.
Why is there an X-wing die out there?
Sorry, that was by accident.
Okay.
I hadn't even activated it.
I have no idea. It has to be very deliberately taking the. Okay.
It was not meant to be. And then yeah, okay, we're good. Boom.
Boom. All right. We're gonna headstrong the special, and honestly, we are gonna headstrong the ranged as much as I'd like to.
That makes
Otherwise,
sense.
Veteran of War is just such a devilish die.
That makes sense. Discard 2.
Hit my Outrider.
Yep.
Amphies, let's go.
Let's go, girl.
I need to use the ruler.
Okay.
Seriously though, what is this? She's not doing anything.
Oh man.
Her dice are always rolling exactly 1 melees.
Yeah.
Quick test.
Let's.
Okay, can roll a 3 for 1.
She has there is a 3 side on there. We know this now.
Okay. It was important to confirm.
Yes, it was very important to confirm. Let's go with an X-wing.
Good to see you also struggle sometimes. Let's go, Chewie. Grrr. I should have used the ruler. It's okay. No punish. Didn't get punished for it. Didn't get punished for not using the ruler. We got damage. That's some good damage there.
Do have damage.
And that's a triple discard as well, which is pretty brutal. With his blanks right now.
Alright, you're gonna hate me.
Alright, see it.
Alright, I have an assail.
Yep.
I'm gonna use that to remove the 3 discard.
Damn it. Okay.
And then I'm gonna play Feat of Strength to hit the 3 and the 4.
The big ones, yeah. Alright. I'm gonna shoot Akbar for 3. I love that I can't do anything. Because Red Hero has all of the removal and only the removal.
Crazy good removal. Feat of Strength is, like, absurd. I don't know, like... I don't know. I don't know how this is... Well, it's complicated, right?
Feat of Strength... Well, it's not just Feat of Strength, but it's Feat of Strength with something like a sail, so you can just remove 3 dice. And then Headstrong to remove 2 dice. Meanwhile, as Villain Blue, I'm like, I have Power of the Weak and that's it. As Villain Yellow, all I have is Headstrong. I don't actually have other removal pieces.
I have Electroshock, which is nice, I guess. It helps.
Everything else I have is in neutral territory, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's in neutral, yeah. But you do have Den of Thieves.
Hey, damage!
Ooh, sick.
And you don't have easy pickings.
That's true. No easy picked.
See, the thing is, I like the advance towards like less removal, but I don't like the advance of there is no removal for one guy, but there is no removal for one side, but there is for another.
Mm-hmm.
All right, power action, doing 3 to Akbar. See, why couldn't I have just done this like 2 rounds ago? Super simple to do this 2 rounds ago. I've got to be careful because he can do 9. He can do 11 damage, which can kill. Because if he gets the focus off, he can focus into triple X-wing, which hurts. All right, 2 damage to Akbar.
All right.
You just turn them both.
There you go.
Do your shit. Let's claim. Play some solitaire with yourself.
Yeah. I'm a dirtler. What can I say? With that, I'll re-roll this die.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
Can you just not be rolling like this? Considering what I've been doing lately.
I think I can keep this card actually now. This is silly.
Really is.
Or do I could nah. Let's go with kind of like the shield there. Yeah. All right. We'll reroll its 4.
You are rerolling them. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And that's Amphi's dead.
Do that into 1/1/1.
Yep.
And
he can even kill. You can kill Chewie if he wants instead.
okay, so we'll do Yeah, 2. 2. 3. 3. Yep. And something wrong here. Wait. Oh, I was like, for some reason I thought I had an extra X-wing die out there for a second, and I didn't. I just put the wrong die on that X-wing. I was trying to make sure I didn't just. I was like, how did I copy an X-wing die? I was like,
you killed one of my characters from. Yeah, there you go. You should have just killed Chewie though.
Perhaps so.
I mean, I think you could go him to 1 hit point, and then that's basically dead. But yeah, I mean, once you've won, right? So, let's go.
I felt like that I wanted to.
I'm pretty sure I forgot to draw an extra card as well with Cyber Center. So whoops.
Oh, did you? Crap.
Yeah, I have 10 cards. I should have 9. Time. Oh well. All right. Well, he's got 4s now. Double Reap. Here we go. Near miss. Here we go. Yeah. All right, Chewie. Just God roll Akbar off the table. Dice Ruler. No. That is not a God roll.
Not a God roll.
It's very much not a God roll.
Not a God roll. I'm still going to Headstrong, though.
Okay.
And we'll hit the Vibra Sword and the Chewie Blaster.
You evil person. Well, I'm going to discard this near miss because I can't. Alright. More blanks.
More blanks. More blanks. Alright. Let's go with Mr.
If I'd managed to hit him for like 10, I could have hit him for like 8 maybe. Yeah, it would be fine. Resolve.
That was a 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Let's go with Padme ship. Give him a shield.
Nope.
No. Nope. X-wing.
Two.
Let's that and then resolve this as a 5, which is absolutely stupid.
Nice.
And
you're just going to naturally roll damage the whole time, aren't you? Not even have to use any of this focus you have a million of.
Maybe.
This is 2 damage! Because he's at 6.
Nice.
Well, I had hopes for this deck, and then this happened, so...
I'm going to focus to the 2 discard.
Pass.
2 discard.
Alright, there goes my reversal. Good game.
Yeah. GG.
And the last 4 cards, I had a Headstrong at least, but yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to play around it, trying to,
The thing is, I was like, if I can just do a roll and actually hit some damage, I might be able to actually kill Akbar with this reversal, and no.
Yeah, but I was cycling through all my cards, so I was hitting the good removal, just helpful. But by the way, incidentally, reversal. Oh, I guess it does work with the X-wing.
It works with X-wing.
It works with the X-wing. There are other ones that when you resolve it.
Vibra Sword.
Like Vibra Sword.
Layers.
And then what is it?
Layers.
Convex. Yeah.
Convex.
Well, like Convex causes a
Convex goes to the resolve. Layers
so
increases
it
when
doesn't work with the
resolving.
X-Wing.
Same thing with Jarkal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I feel like this was a very RNG heavy game for me, in the fact that I had a very low number on that RNG score. Envy's resolved a 2 melee once.
No, she got a couple of 3s.
She didn't.
She got a 3.
She didn't.
She got a 3. Remember? You re-rolled and you got her 2 3s.
And then I was able to get one of those off. Yeah, she got a 3 once.
Yeah. She rolled 2 3s, but 1 was removed.
I just needed one resource that I was removing heavily for the entourage, but no, then you had to discard me. This game. Look, the cards I had on were brilliant. But I feel like by rights I should have done more than 10 damage this game.
What do you think about maybe going with Infis and Sinjir now, especially now that you have the Electrostaff, or not the Syndicate Electrostaff that you can put on her? I know you can still use the power action and all that, but still.
Why would I go Sinjir?
Because Sinjir's hilarious.
He's terrible.
Yeah, kind of, but it'd be fun.
He's just so terrible.
Well, at 13 points, he has a reasonable use. It was when he was, 16 or what is it? What was his max? Was he 17?
He was a 17 cost character, yeah.
Yeah, there was no way ever in history where that would ever work.
They costed him assuming that you'd be able to get the ability off every time, I think.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question. What could Sinjir have done in this game? He has a 2 melee. You don't run melee. He has a 2 indirect. Your X-Wings do technically have indirect. Mm-hmm. He has a discard. You technically have discard. A shield. Technically have shield. And resource. You technically have resource. But I still maintain that Sinjir would not have done anything in this game.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really suggesting for that this game was the hinge point or something. I'm just wondering if.
Here's the thing: Chewbacca has 1 more health. He has the potential Guardian. He has way more damage.
Yeah.
And he has that gain, and he has that increased value by 1 on 6 or more.
Yeah, that's true.
I resolved this Chewbacca's blaster once. This is something I actually really I really don't like about the format. As I said, you have a lot of removal in there. Are you playing Jump to Lightspeed, by the way? I didn't see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you always had that as a way out.
I only drew it that turn, but
yeah, but it is ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's why I wanted to go with the yellow version with Akbar. Because in order to access Jump to Lightspeed, because suddenly with yellow, Jump to Lightspeed and Flee just becomes stupidly good. Because if they just sort of, resolve a little bit and then pass, well, then even if you lost a little bit of tempo, that's okay because you have another X-Wing.
Yeah, I mean, you have ridiculous removal with the Hero Red, Hero Blue. Hero Yellow, sorry. And, some decks just have way more... Some colors just have way more removal than others. Their intent was to reduce removal as much as they could, but because of how the previous sets from FFG were, some colors just have an absolute ton, and some just don't have any.
Well...
And I feel like this is a very hero-dominated sort of meta at the moment.
Yeah, what with the, since pirates have been nerfed hard.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that is probably accurate.
Yeah.
Because what with the Benthic deck being powerful, Anakin decks are still reasonably powerful, and then Lumpy is very, very good in the meta. The Lumpy Chewy deck is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
There are at least 2 or 3 Lumpy ducks out there that are tier 2 or better.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like when I looked at this that maybe it should be Lumpy instead of Han, but Han has the double resource side, which is just very good.
You could make an argument for why Lumpy could be there, but you still have to contend with like, okay, those are those are pay sides.
Yes.
And you're not going to be able to get rid of.
Yeah, and Han has a 2 range, which if you focus into the 2 range can help you kill a character, like you was able to kill Enfys purely because you got that extra range side.
Yep.
Yeah, like, so what I'm annoyed about is the fact that I played against an Akbar Han, and then I just couldn't do anything to it because I was playing Villain Blue, and I have nothing to stop any of this. Realistically, like, I can hit character dice, I can hit upgrade dice, I can't really hit support dice.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I think at least for Akbar, his big weakness overall is like Villain Yellow.
Right, but Villain Yellow don't have removal for this.
Yeah.
So they're not weak. Akbar's actually not weak to it, I think. Like,
well,
you've got Desperate Measures, which definitely hurts, but you don't need all of your X-Wings all of the time.
If your X-Wings, your X-Wings are what give you, like, that's what gives you inevitability. The deck is really centered around survival.
Yes.
So the optimal removal is where it's really at. So, like, it doesn't. If we didn't have Headstrong in here, previously in the mono version, you ran Power of the Tribe, right. And that was good, but not as good as Headstrong.
Mm-hmm.
But Feat of Strength is just absurd. Assail allows you to basically, like, turn any 2 removal cards into multi-die removal effectively. It's going to cost you.
So I played against that deck, and I was Villain Blue, and I just couldn't do anything about it, right? Mm-hmm. All I could do was go for a Your Powers a Week, but I just never had that available. In this game, I had both of my Let's Make a Deals, which is insane against this deck, but they kept getting discarded, man. I had no rolls. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah. I've beaten Akbar with Maul Bala. Incidentally. Now, I've not played the against the Han version with that.
Yeah, the Han is a different ballpark because there's so much more removal.
Yeah, and it gives you access to hustling, which is great.
Yes.
And a few other little things that.
And it's really, really unconditional. Mm-hmm. Like the red survival deck runs out of money. The yellow one does not.
Yeah.
You can always jump to Lightspeed if someone guard rolls you.
Yeah.
But then the other deck I played against earlier today was Dengar Ventress.
Yeah.
The classic bounty hunter deck. And that deck is actually also insane because now Asajj Ventress is actually ridiculously powerful because she's the only one who can remove cards.
Yep.
But she would be terrible against this deck because she, again, hits only character and upgrade dice. But I was playing my Balatik Crime Lord deck, and I just couldn't do it.
Oof. Yeah, if the Crime Lord just can't connect. Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, well, the Crime Lord could connect just fine. It's just I couldn't get the resources to connect with because they had a lot of incidental disrupt on that Dengar and stuff. Like, this Akbar deck is kind of weak to the pirates and the disrupts, but only some decks have access to disrupt. But again, this deck was supposed to just blast you off the table immediately, and its early turns were just so bad.
Yeah.
Like, that Chewbacca's... I rerolled like 3 times on round 2, and I got nothing. That's why I shouldn't do best of ones, but it's literally the last day, so I have no choice.
I know, right? Gotta get there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna go back into the queue?
No, dude, I'm out now.
Oh, you're out. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was my 3rd loss. I'm out. 4th loss. I'm out. That's the end of my chapter, as it were.
My chapter.
My chapter. That's the end of that chapter. Simpsons. Classic reference. Haha, funny. But yeah, that's kind. Everything. The deck went so well, but so bad at the same time. Damn it. I got nothing. I didn't learn much off this game. That's the problem. I didn't learn much off this game. Because the answer really is just, why didn't I roll better? I should just roll better, and then maybe I would know what my deck's good at.
Well, and there were some good rolls, but when I can take advantage of high value removal, it doesn't help you.
Right.
Like, you almost just have to god roll in order to really. Whoa, how are you doing that?
I just picked them all up, and then I'm holding down E, but with them left clicked, so I'm holding them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so it rotates the entire frame.
Yeah, it rotates individually, but then if you hold down left click as you're doing it, it rotates the whole stack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, so, you know what? I genuinely think maybe they need to bring back United back to 0.
If that's the case, though, like, you can do some, I don't know.
Like, there's, I like playing monocolor, but monocolor just doesn't have the removal it feels these days.
Well, I mean, maybe that's possible, but, I mean, the problem... So why United felt so bad in FA meta overall was that there was not enough removal to really be able to take on the United decks effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And so you ended up with, like, that's why one of the reasons why Vader Terran basically dominated for the better part of 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because, like, if it cannot... If it had the capability of devaluing your opponent's removal, plus soft removal for your opponent's stuff via the power action, plus it had reach, plus it had extra reach and card draw with force affinity, and so you had just so many different things available to it. Yeah.
I'm just not... my problem is I just don't know how I'm supposed to play the game anymore. Is my big problem. Like, single die removal just doesn't feel good enough anymore to do anything. Like, Veteran of War flips the whole thing on its head where I can't run damage removal cards. Because Veteran of War is not a damage, it's a special.
Yeah,
and so does the Vader Savage decks. You know, those are all special decks.
Yeah.
So I can't. So that cuts me out of a lot of the pool. And then if I'm running single die removal, I can't win the game because decks like Akbar exist where survival doesn't mean you win. Survival just means you lose slower. Like, there's a lot of decks that have an inevitability to them.
Yeah.
And the removal doesn't help.
To note,
but then there's no other good events to use. They're only we don't actually have other events. We have Reap. That's like basically it for like. We don't have stuff like logistics. We don't have those things.
Yeah.
We don't have ramp cards.
I have argued for logistics to be put in a permanent list. So we have restricted and a ban list. I have argued for a permanent list with the committees. Or at least indirectly, where cards that never rotate out, and on that list would include logistics. Like even decks, even the weird decks, like the Qui-Gon Jinn decks, which just get the Qui-Gon Jinn decks, which go for the fatal blows. Those decks also you can't really go for removal on them because single die removal on them. You got to either remove both of the Qui-Gon die or nothing. Right.
Because all he needs is one die, and then he plays the card which turns to a damage, and then with that, which turns to a damage and also plays your fatal blow from your deck. So like single die removal just doesn't seem to cut it for like any decks nowadays. Like even something like 10th Brother, it's like, yeah, no, you gotta deal with both 10th Brother dice, otherwise something crazy goes.
10th Brother was pretty great.
You
were on that, weren't you?
I was on 10th Brother Vader, and then it got so completely destroyed by Akbar Han Solo that I was like, I don't think I want to play this anymore. Completely destroyed because I just can't do anything to support dice.
Yeah.
Like once those X-Wings hit cost 3, I have nothing that can stop you.
Interesting.
Like again, like I got 4 death fields off in that game.
Ooh.
And it's like, oh yeah, Akbar ends up taking 6 damage.
Yeah,
from 4 death fields.
I remember after the opening tournament, and we were talking about things, what do we kind of see in this meta thus far, and what are we concerned about? And I was like, I remember saying, like, I'm concerned a little bit about Akbar's, like, just perpetual survivability, and that, he has an inevitability. Like, it's the closest thing you have in this game to, like, a little, like, clock.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a deck with nothing but, it puts you on a clock, right? Because once you hit, 4 or 5 X-Wings, like, it's lights out.
Right.
And so, the longer it can survive, the closer it will just, it will have inevitability.
Maybe I just have to start looking for decks that can play United.
Maybe.
Because, like, I just can't deal with the fact that you have good efficient removal, and if I try to remove you, I lose.
Yeah. Well, one thing that's kind of interesting,
like Veteran of War Veteran of War and Den of Thieves. Well, Den of Thieves I thought was the strongest card printed, and Veteran of War I would have said would be second, but maybe I should swap those two around because Den of Thieves doesn't have a good deck for it, whereas Veteran of War goes everywhere.
Tricky. I think. Well, I think the difference is this, because I argued with Fike about this for a long time. Specifically, Den of Thieves requires deck commitment. Veteran of War does not. And Veteran of War is pure, utter value. It does not... if all it does is heals you 2 and removes 1 die, not even gets you a resolution on another die at +1, it's basically met its value. Right?
Yeah. It's being a field medic and remove a die, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas Den of Thieves, it will sort of meet its value if by some crazy... if it hypothetically were able to remove 6 damage as a result, which that would be like a 2 and a 4, because it can't be a 3 and a 3. It'd have to be a 2 and then a 4. Then you would say, like, okay, that's definitely, gotten good value out of it. If it removes 5, you're like, okay.
I disagree. I think five's the good spot, honestly.
Yeah, right. But like the only way to make Den of Thieves go bonkers is to play with mega deck commitment.
Think on your feet.
Involves two things. Two things, yeah. Well, or it could be the raiding party.
Yeah,
right?
which I also have.
Raiding party. There's hustling. There's think on your feet.
Yeah.
Right. And so.
Well, hustling's not that good. Hustling's not that good with it. But...
Not necessarily with that card. You'd rather take the resource typically.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's an option. Right. I guess the other thing you could do is what's her name? Bazine. Does Bazine work with it?
Bazine could use up her resources to do it instead. Change a resource into a 2-shield, basically. But like I guess that is true and when you don't draw Den of Thieves, suddenly things go really, really wrong for you.
Yeah. So that's another interesting point, right? Because if you're in this heavy deck commitment mode toward Den of Thieves, that means you're playing yellow, mono yellow probably, which that may or may not be of issue. You're going to have to be playing other cards that synergize with it, and that's not something you have to do with Veteran of War. The only thing that it requires is that it's on a unique red character, which that's not really a big problem. The biggest problem is that when your opponent is like on Veteran of War, in a sense, if they're playing it right, they're probably going to go after the yellow character first, with some exceptions. But like if you're playing against Benthic Dak, who you go after?
Right.
Well, you're always going to go after Benthic. Always.
Yeah.
Because of Veteran of War and the fact that Benthic has the removal and the claim issue. So,
it's like one of the things they said back when FA was out was that they wanted to have a very light removal set. They wanted the game to reduce its removal, and then we get some characters like Benthic who have free removal built in, And then we get cards like Veteran of War, which I thought that they understood the reason why they did what they did when they put a 1 cost on the Master of Disguise. I thought that was specifically their way of saying, if we're going to have a die removal, consistent die removal, it has to be a 3-cost card.
Yeah, it's funny because you know what I'd almost argue for is that like Master of Disguise, because it only removes a character die with the matching subtype, or is it just a die with the matching subtype? Yeah, it's a die with the matching subtype, I think.
Right, so it's got to hit a character.
Yeah, so like the trade-off.
It's got to hit a character unless it's a scoundrel, I guess. A scoundrel support like Entourage
Or droid.
Or droid. If you so they have to be playing a character droid though as well. Because you have to choose a subtype they have.
Right. So yeah, like yes, you're exactly right.
So it's basically just character dice.
Yeah, for the most part, with some light exceptions here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like that is specific enough that it almost warrants like why make that a pay side?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Veteran of War being as unspecific as it is, kind of warrants it having a cost.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I don't understand, and in retrospect, I wish I would have realized this in playtest mode. But I was so focused on blue that I really didn't have as much to do with the rest of the set. That was just me. But like that's I think interesting is that Veteran of War doesn't have a pay side, Master Disguise does. Veteran of War probably needs a pay side on its 2 specials, whereas I'm not sure that Master Disguise really does. I mean, would you feel that Master Disguise would be broken if it had no pay side?
No, it's a spy character only card. Yeah. Like you are in command of that and thing if you wanna.
So it requires deck commitment, essentially. And so all I mean, you're well aware the process of design is one of balancing different types of trade-offs in cards in order to create a good play experience.
Yeah.
And it seems like that there's a fair argument for why Master Disguise and Veteran of War are do not have parity.
No, they definitely don't have parity. Like, I could see Veteran of War being as it is if it didn't have the heal 2. I could see it being as it is if it had a 1 special only, because it rolls that special too often. If it had 1 special only, I could see that as well.
Yeah.
I could see it if it didn't have the increased value by 1.
Yeah.
Like, FFG would make that a Veteran of War card, but then they wouldn't have the remove your opponent's die thing, and we'd still consider it a fine card.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can override something to heal 2, and then it gets you value, and then you can override it again. It's great!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, I'm someone who used to play the heck out of Pirate Ship. I love cards that allow me to keep removing cards. I played so much Force Throw. Force Throw is such a good card. It is such a good card that no one really thought was good ever. It was always such a strong card. The hard part was trying to get to it, but it was always so good once it was on the table.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Force Throw in today's day and age would be an utterly bonkers card that everybody would play if they had the opportunity because there's so many high values on cards.
Yes, and there's so many good characters who could play it with.
Yeah.
You have Palpatine, you have Vader, like, geez. You have Savage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
with Neiman Mastery.
The thing is, crazier. Everyone hated easy pickings because of how crazy good it was. Like, it is insane. And you could just randomly hit a situation where it was boom. But honestly, where it just, hits both of your characters die and then that character's just done for the turn. And that was just awful. But maybe we need an easy pickings like ability that is just remove 2 specials. Because easy pickings kept those special decks in check.
Yeah, like to more specialized easy pickings. Like, would we play a card that said like, okay, that had like 2 options, like a 1-cost card that said you may remove 1 die showing damage or 2 dies showing a special, or something like that, or or do we want to? Or I don't know. Maybe is
okay. One cost. We'll say yellow just for the sake of it, but I don't know what color it'd be. Remove 2 dice. Remove up to 2 dice. With a total value of 1. Remove 2 dice. Remove up to 2 dice with a total value of 1. Good for Inquisitors. Good for special hunting. Can remove a blank and a random shield or something. You know, it doesn't hit high value dice except specials.
Interesting.
Because we have that kind of thing. We have force reflexes, which is remove, but it costs 2, right? Removes up to 2 dice, but it costs 2.
Right, but that also like has the interest. You have to be activated in order to use it.
Yes, you have to be activated to use it.
And it has to be a blue die in the pool. In fact,
has to be a blue die, and you have to be hero blue.
Yeah,
villains got really screwed on the removal because heroes got some and villains didn't.
I mean, I like your powers are weak, old man.
Yes.
Even if old man's not on it, it reminds me of the old Decipher card. You know, that was fun. Your powers are weak, old man was a fun card back in the day.
Yeah.
You had to have Vader and Obi-Wan in a battle together. It was fun.
Yeah, your powers are weak is a good card. Very good card.
Yeah, and it's especially good with Mega Maul.
But the reason why I say it doesn't hit support dice is because you can know that this is happening, and you can just roll out support dice one at a time.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get rid of it, or spin it, or do whatever.
There we go.
Spin it.
Fine.
That's awesome. Whoa.
There you
wow.
Go. I mess around on tabletop a lot.
Talent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This.
Well, thanks for your thoughts. I appreciate it. And
you're welcome. How much of this do you want to go into the video?
Oh, you're still recording.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Never stop.
That's up to you.
I don't think you said anything particularly bad anywhere. Apart from maybe leaking the fact that it used to be called Your Powers Were Recalled Man and required you to have Vader and Obi-Wan in the end.
No, it was never called Your Powers. No, but I think it's interesting. I don't really have any problem with what I said there.
You've not said anything.
Even if they complained to me about it, or even if somebody were to complain to me about it, I'm not revealing anything awkward there. But I do think it's important, by the way. Something I've really advocated for is for there to be bold moves in making changes for the sake of good balance. I do not I really don't think that we should be waiting 2 months or something in order to make changes when we know there's something that could be done to make stuff better.
Well, generally I felt they've been on point with that. I like the fact that they give out those balance articles.
Well, yes, and I think that they have, to an extent, everyone is warming to the idea of more frequent changes are healthy. And I think the final piece of that puzzle, which I have yet to kind of crack, in terms of the attitude there, which I think is just false, is that people are going to be unhappy if you make a change that causes one of their cards that they've purchased or printed to change. If somebody wants to say oh wow, that was cool. If somebody wants to, what am I trying to say? If somebody wants to make an argument that if I change a dice, that's problematic because somebody might have printed off or purchased a die and they might be unhappy with that. It's well, I'm sorry, that's true, but if it's what
about everyone who's unhappy playing the game?
Yeah, well, but not only that, but if FFG were still making this, you would have been putting out $400 for your set or whatever, in terms of boxes and all this, and you know what? You maybe spent some indistinct amount of money. I mean, like comparatively, you might have spent 100 or $130. Oh my gosh, you have to get one more die. I'm sure we can figure out a way to make that work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or oh my gosh, you have to reprint a card. Oh my goodness, that's such a terrible thing. So I think just the attitude around this idea that, oh well, if somebody will be mad because we do that, is like, I mean, what's more important?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think it's a misguided notion. I respect the fact that they want to respect people's investment in the game, but like if we don't have a game, nobody's going to have an investment to respect.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an opportunity in a game with this game to design it in such a way that we don't have to worry about a change being a real burden. Like we already accept the fact that point values on cards are variable. Right?
Yeah.
Like we've balanced up, we've balanced down. That's just the thing.
Like I wouldn't mind seeing in the next balance patch being something, you know, if there's another balance patch and it's like, yeah, feat of strength now costs 2. You know, we realize it's perhaps a bit too good. Feat of strength costs 2 or something, you know. Like, which is not a character. It's an event. It's a completely different thing. But, you know, Thank God we changed closing in, you know.
Yeah,
because that is dumb.
Interesting. Like, feat of strength is a very interesting.
Yeah, it's actually pretty weak outside of Akbar.
Well, it's got a couple of edge case uses, right?
It requires deck commitment, as you said.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't necessarily think that feat of strength is the big problem with Akbar per se. It's one of, but I mean, like, again, it requires a deck commitment because overall, like, I'm not sure. Let's see, what 15 health characters were there prior to, well, when it was made? Because feat of strength is covert missions, right?
There's none.
It was covert missions.
Yeah, there's no 15. There's basically no 15 health characters for feat of strength that were in Hero.
In Hero.
Yeah, so, and it's a Hero card, so.
Right. So, but even if we just go broader, like, where were the 15 health characters?
Well,
Vader.
Maul.
Maul.
Palpatine, because he could get there.
Palpatine, but which Maul?
Big Maul, wasn't he? Wasn't he 15 or was he a 13?
No. He was a 13.
13, okay.
But yeah, like the only way you could get there was through Fortitude.
Yeah.
When covert missions originally came out, basically, because there was no 15-pointer. You were playing Fortitude on a Chewie or on somebody. No, I guess it would have to be a 12, either a 12 health or a 11 health Wookiee.
Yes, 12 health or 11 health Wookiee, which, you know, is a thing you could get to.
Yeah.
But it just meant that feat of strength wasn't online for a good amount.
Yeah. And then we got Anakin, who allows you to play, Anakin Red, and then when you flip to Vader, you had a 15-point Vader, or 15 health Vader. And then you had Luke. And you had a 15 health Luke. So you just played Red with Luke, and suddenly you had access to feat of strength. And it was, and unfortunately, like Luke Red was never really that good. At least not in the FA meta. It just couldn't quite make it. I tried. Now there were some people. I think to some extent people were trying to solve it with the whole K2 and Happy Beeps tech, which I thought was clever. Because that was kind of cool when they were able to do that. And that was probably fundamentally better than the Admiral version that I kept trying to run in the long run. But feat of strength just was great in that particular deck, but it wasn't enough to send it to the stratosphere. But now we have. Well,
that Luke wasn't really inevitability. If you could survive the power action, he was not an inevitable character.
Right. He did not have inevitability in the same way. Although it'd be really interesting to see. I would love to go back to looking at Luke and trying to mess with Jarkai with him, because I think that kind of potentially can help him out.
I do play Luke Yoda, right?
Oh yeah?
Which works really strongly well. It's just the problem is it can't survive decks with inevitability because it takes like 5 turns before it can kill anything.
Yeah.
It's very defensive, very good at it being defensive, but very defensive. I actually play the 0 cost add 2 moves to the deck because it's not because I run out of cards.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing because like, Form Drills. Actually, you know where Form Drills is the best? With Maul.
And like I can play. Like, it's not so good with compared to the villain, but I can play the move card. Like, that move card's great, the support move. Add resources to it and then blow something up. Like, that was what I thought would be pretty good against Veteran of War, but it doesn't make enough of a difference. They've already got value out of it.
Typically, yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's also unfortunate that Prescient Leap can't be grabbed with Form Drills.
Yes.
Which I think is a mistake. That needs to probably get an errata in order to let it happen.
Well, I mean, I don't think it changed much.
Yeah, but it's
the
just
Prescient
like,
would come so late in the game, but
opens up possibilities, and it's just something that to where having that as an option seems reasonable.
See,
but
the thing is, if you look at my Discord name right now, I am GameSlayer989, father of jank. FA did not have much jank in it. It did not have some crazy stuff. It didn't have some crazy highs. It didn't some cool, ridiculous scenarios out there that you could build around and things would go great. This game, Redemption, absolutely has a ton of great jank cards, a ton of great jank moments. But I just keep getting stopped by Veteran of War and all of this removal by Benthics, by layers, and I just don't get to do anything.
Have you played much of Baby Maul, Flip Maul?
I have not.
Oh, dude, you need to do it. I would totally love to see what you would come up with for Flip Maul.
I guess I should, fine, but like the classic blue pairing doesn't appeal to me. The classic mono blue pairing of him doesn't appeal to me. So I'd have to look into things. Well, I might. No, there's no blue. There's no yellow. There's only blue. You can always
try. If you really want to challenge, you can try. This was hilarious. You play Baby Maul and Baby Savage, which ends up being just
with
that is
23, yeah,
with a Claudite shapeshifter. And when you activate the Claudite shapeshifter, you make him a Jedi, and then you have Force affinities to where you can get extra value out of the Force affinity, doing the damage, getting the resource, drawing 2 cards, and clicking up Maul.
That is dumb.
Yeah, it's dumb.
See, here I am thinking to myself, I go Maul with yellow, and I just get, like, can I get yellow and Sentinel Messenger in there? That's what I'm thinking of when I think Maul.
That's actually a great idea. Like a 9-point.
Like, I should probably just rebuild my casino deck, my Boba double Sentinels. That was always fun. That always gave me a good time. I should just build that. The deck was I play Pulse Cannon and then I flip off the top of the deck and it's an ambush, so I can immediately resolve Pulse Cannon with the Sentinel Messenger.
Yep.
It
all right, dude. I found another match for our league here, so I better get over to that.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks. Good chat. We've managed to extend this to an hour long. An hour and 8 minutes.
Content for everyone.
Oh god. This has been me, GameSlayer989, Kane O'Brien. Thank you for watching. I guess the next league starts very soon, so I'll probably go into that one. Woo! Signing off.